Commish here. Good evening. Sorry we're a couple of days late, but the other day with the Junior Seau tragedy, the Bounty Gate, all the things I've been commenting on, I just decided it would have been better taste to let a day or two pass out of respect. Last night was no good, was at the Kings game, so here we are. So we have happy and sad news. On a happy note, I'm going to be wearing this jersey as long as the Kings miracle keeps going. This has been a franchise for 45 years that's now one win away from getting to the Final Four of hockey, the Western Division Finals, for the second time in 45 years. I can't explain it, but it's exciting. And for long-suffering fans like the Commish, last night was just electric. I can't explain how you go through the whole season being kind of average and, well, just don't want to jinx it, one game at a time. And now we'll turn to the news of the week. Putting all these things together, I've had fans, viewers say, Commish, you're not ranting like I've seen you rant. Well, I think I've hit the boiling point. I've just had enough. Will anybody just come out and tell the truth and be honest? What is wrong with our society? Let's go back to last week's topics. Let's go to the Viking Stadium issue. Are these politicians to be believed? After all that going back and forth, they still can't come to any kind of vote. These Republicans vote against anything just for the hell of it. Now, I know I'm not supposed to be partisan and trying not to be partisan. Okay, you could say, do I know if the Democrats would be any better? But here you have a Democratic governor and a bunch of Republicans in the state legislature, and they just disagree to disagree. Now, you could say it could be the same, but it's not right now. But those are the people in charge. Those are the people in Washington. Those are the people in Minnesota, and they're just a bunch of fools. You know, in the old days, we'd elect people. If your guy lost, you'd give the new guy 4 years, and if they sucked, you'd vote them out. But now, you just disagree. It's just a joke. These people are a joke. They're a complete embarrassment. Can't they just tell the truth on anything? I don't even think they know what they believe in anymore. When the Vikings get up and if they leave, then these guys will be tarred and feathered. They're going to vote them all out of office. It's just a disgrace. And nobody tells the truth. Which brings us, well, we could talk about Roger Clemens and this case, which is back in the news. I mean, we don't expect that lying clown to ever tell the truth. I mean, he only took a day of Congress's time getting up there and lying and throwing his wife under the bus that he never took steroids. There's not one intelligent person in America who believes this guy, except the fools in Congress who sat there kissing his butt because he gave him autographed baseballs. Another disgrace. Then we have Bounty Gate. Oh, and Clemens, let's go back. His good buddy, Andy Pettit, who Roger said misremembered that he told him he took steroids, now is backtracking. Well, maybe I 50% misremembered. Andy, tell the truth. They already forgave you for juicing. Everybody gets a second chance. Somebody tell the truth. Now we have Bounty Gate. The Saints players finally suspended. Jonathan Vilma. A whole year. I didn't do anything. Acts like he did nothing. 50,000 pages of testimony, and you did nothing. And they all sit there behind their lawyers, and now we're going to hear more and more, on and on. Just tell the truth. People will give you another chance. So just tell the truth, Saints players. Tell the truth. Vilma, they're going to have Greg Williams. He's going to wind up testifying against you, your old coach. It's going to be so ugly. It's going to drag on for months. What are you trying to do? Get your suspension reduced a couple of games? Tell the truth. Move on with your career. Somebody tell the truth somewhere. Arkansas, new coach, Petrino. Somebody tell the truth. These politicians, if they're not caught in the bathroom, they're caught texting their penises cross country. They can't decide on a health bill. They can't decide on a stadium. Tell the truth. Somebody tell the truth. On a sobering note, of course, we have the Junior Seau tragedy. Living in California, I know Junior was an icon in Southern California. I'm not going to speculate on whether the concussions caused him to be depressed, damaged his brain. The whole thing is just very sad. The guy had kids. I wish some of these guys, people, if they were hurting, reached out for help. Being in the mental health profession, I know we've helped many people. I wish Junior had a lot of friends. Nobody seemed to know he was in such a bad way. A real tragedy. I think the NFL is trying to do something about it now, but every time I read about a retired player whose brains are scrambled, who's homeless, who's living with dementia, I think of how bad their pensions were. I think about the owners, the greediest people in the world, not giving these guys a pension. And you know what? The current players who are making millions, they're no better. These people need to cover the veteran players, the people who built the game. Okay? Everybody knows, you know what you sign up for. You're playing football. It's a violent game. You're taking years off your life. You're not going to be able to walk properly. I remember years ago, a friend took me to a Super Bowl party when the Super Bowl was in L.A. It was in one of the big L.A. downtown hotels. I got out of the elevator. There were a bunch of Hall of Famers there. I was the only one who could walk properly. And I wasn't an athlete. All these guys, nobody could walk. They weren't that old. They were in their 40s maybe at the time. Everybody looked like they could barely walk. Knee replacements, hip replacements, terrible medical benefits and pensions for retired players. Some of the current players take up a charity to get it done. Do something about it. It's a disgrace when you read that a retired player in his 60s or 70s is homeless, has no health care, is living by himself. They didn't even know, if they didn't know about the concussions, which I don't believe, they were watching these guys die for years. Take care of the people now. Do something. The owners are billionaires. The players are millionaires. The TV money is more than a lot of countries have money. Do something about it. Okay? It's a really sad thing. We've had 3 NFL players commit suicide in the last 18 months. Hockey players, it's the same thing. We don't know what went on years ago. Now there's more information, but you got to take care of the guys who don't have the money, and you got to have better health benefits for these guys. Do something the right way. You're making millions and billions of dollars. Everybody involved in the NFL is in that 1%. Do something. Okay? Commission's done. You happy now, folks? You got some ranting. Have a nice week. May all your teams win and cover. Go Kings go, and peace out, bros.